The internet's suggestion for eating a boiled peanut goes as follows. 1. Pinch the peanut at the seam. 2. Slurp the brine out of the peanut shell. 3. Crack the shell and wiggle the legume loose. You tried that. You tried that. Boiled peanuts.
What the fuck?
Nick North, that pal. Shane Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Becky.
Yeah, fuck you, Becky.
Fuck
I'm
you,
not.
Becky.
We're not sideshows. We're not.
Are these shelled? I didn't realize that this can of boiled peanuts, they'd be shelled.
Look at the can. They're all shelled on the can.
Well, yeah, but you see peanuts like advertised on bags, maybe, but they're not shelled. I thought it would just be
glistening peanuts advertised everywhere else.
Well, I don't know. You like a bag of peanuts, right? Like maybe they're shelled, but like there might be some packaging on there.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Like if you have if you get a bag of Mr. Peanuts, Planters Peanuts. I guess it's not called Mr. Peanuts Peanuts. It's called Planters Peanuts.
Redundant.
If you get a bag of Planters Peanuts that are shelled, Mr. Peanut is not naked on the cover, right? He's not like shellless. He still has his shell.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
So you're basing whether the peanuts have shells as whether the mascot remains shelled?
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
I don't know. I just didn't think because I just figured like, oh, this is something that you heat on the stove and then you like mix it in with a sauce or something like that. I didn't realize it was.
Yeah.
Anyways, this sounds fucking nasty, and I'm very upset that we have to do this. That's what I'm trying
a
to say.
metal can. It's like it looks like a can of like canned corn that you see on the shelf, and you shake it, and it just makes this squishy wet noise inside.
Fucking gross. The picture of them, it doesn't. You said glistening peanut. Like if you took a picture of a peanut that was like out in the rain a little bit and a little water dripping off, like you wash it under the sink, that's one thing. But this looks like nasty fucking green grossness. Like the shell has turned mushy.
It looks like the peanuts have all been bukkakeed, basically. Like it's very nasty looking.
What's in the brine? Is this supposed to be like a salty like?
All right, let's look at the ingredients: peanuts, water, salt, some acid. So it's just water and salt, I guess.
Some ass. Oh, some ass.
No, acid.
A little bit of ass.
Not a little bit.
Smidge of ass.
We will get to that. We're gonna save them for last, so much later. But
the last day of my life, save them for right before I die.
Chad,
yeah,
you went to a convenience store.
Well, I felt somewhat embarrassed. I wanted to relate this to now. I feel like Geiger and Novak, you guys have both maybe been in this situation before and done this exact same thing. And I always thought I would be like the better man, but I wasn't. And so I wanted to tell you about this. So I was in this this convenience store picking up some candy for a future episode, a couple snacks for us. So I walk up to the cash register with 9 bars of chocolate. Of various brands, and I happened to do this on April 20th. So as you guys know, big stoner holiday there, 420.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
And so the cashier, he just says to me, he's like, making plans for 420, huh? As he looks down at my 9 candy bars. And I could have said, no, this is for a podcast and you should listen. And here's the podcast. But instead I chickened out and I lied and I said, if I come home with a candy bar and I don't have the same candy bar for my kids, then they're going to complain and steal my candy. You know how it is. I got to have the same thing for my kids, which like one of my kids isn't eating candy for a couple years. So it's just a blatant lie.
Wow, you really went into a fake story instead of just laughing and saying, nah.
Is that also the excuse you use when you order 3 bowls of mac and cheese for yourself at And the kids will want the same thing I have.
No, yeah, right. That's why it's 3 for me, and then two more mac and cheese bowls for the other 2 kids. It's 5 total.
The best method for buying things for the podcast is to find the self-checkout.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no self-checkout. This is one of those tiny corner, liquor stores that are all over the place here in San Francisco. There's no self-checkout at this place. So I had to look right at the guy who he's the owner of the place. I know this for sure because his picture is like up all over the thing or whatever. And he's definitely like judging me.
Wait, where's his picture at?
Yeah, why does he have his picture up?
The name of the place is like George's Zoo is the name of the store. And he's George.
He has a name tag that says George, or
no, but like the logo, right, is like you look at that sign outside of the store. It says George's Zoo, and it's like a painting of him.
What a cocky shithead! Zoo? Is it like some rundown? I'm picturing some seedy rundown liquor store with this fancy artwork that says George's Zoo.
It's over by the San Francisco Zoo. That's why. Oh. So it's like so he also has like pictures of like artwork of like monkeys and shit in there.
Monkeys drinking a Colt 45 and
yeah,
winning the lottery.
Yeah, so there I am, face to face with George, just lying to him. I can't even tell him the truth.
Yeah.
So he has a picture of himself on the outside,
mm-hmm.
a painting of George,
mm-hmm.
and then he has pictures of himself inside too.
Yeah.
He's like, he made himself the logo.
yeah, he made himself the logo, and it's like if you go to his website, it's right there up top. Here I am, I'm George, and I sell a bunch of liquor and candy.
I wouldn't think you have any reason to be ashamed of talking to this guy at all. This guy sounds like a fucking tool.
His deli sandwiches are all right.
They sell sandwiches too at this liquor store?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get...
What isn't it? George's Zoo.
He makes the sandwich? Or it's like a pre-wrapped one?
No. They make them there. Like, they have a whole deli counter. I'll like choose your type of bread, choose your meats, whatever. They have a pretty good Thanksgiving sandwich, actually, with like turkey, cranberry, sprouts.
The fuck is this place?
Yeah, hold on. Can you get your tires changed there too?
No, some pretty good Dutch crunch. They have like a lot of different root beers is one of the things I like about it. So they have all these root beers I haven't tried. So I bought one the other day called Rat Bastard Root Beer. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty good. Pretty good.
Picture of George on it.
And I went to check. I had the Rat Bastard Root Beer and 9 candy bars. And so after the candy bar thing, then he starts talking to me about the root beers. He's like, "Oh, this one's pretty good for when you're eating a sandwich. That other one over there, Abita, that one's only good for when you're making a root beer float." And it's like this guy has encyclopedic knowledge of every single root beer.
George the root beer sommelier or whatever,
and that's me, George the Rat Bastard. From my picture on the cover.
How can a soda only be good when you're eating a sandwich? There's all kinds of different sandwiches you could be having. That doesn't even make fucking sense.
What the fuck are you doing? That's a sandwich root beer, you dumbass.
Slaps it out of your hand. You can't be driving in the car drinking that. You got to be eating a sandwich.
I have the float root beer, and like I'm trying to take a bite of the sandwich, and he's like shoving ice cream all over the sandwich. Like, no, eat this.
We're gonna have to get to eat these peanuts eventually, but we're gonna save them till the end. Like I said, let's get started with some of the other food we're going to eat today.
I should have asked him which is the best root beer for boiled peanuts. Which of these goes good with boiled peanuts? And he just goes, "Get out."
We have 3 snacks, all from Nick's sister Becky. And we rate them on a 5-point scale. A love dat, like dat, indifferent to dat, dislike dat, and hate dat. Is there any story behind these, Geiger? Any of these?
I believe she went to Florida and got 3 things in the area. So, all 3 from Florida, and a southern boiled peanuts is a southern thing apparently. So that's why she and also I'm pretty sure she's looking forward to us eating them because she thinks they're going to be vile. So,
I wonder if she's tried them herself.
I don't think she has.
Let's eat the Dulzura coconut and guava snack. This is a small little 2-biter, kind of about the size of like a fun size candy bar, and it's sort of a just a rectangle that looks kind of wet and mushy.
A lot of wet and mushy snacks today.
It does look like you just took like a bunch of fruit and stuck it into like a compress of some, like a one of those like Play-Doh molding things and just pressed it down really hard. And then all you got was this like saddest rectangle ever.
Yeah.
It's got the chunks of coconut that you guys don't like, I think.
God damn it.
I'll just ruin. Guys, it's not going to get better. We're eating fucking croutons and wet peanuts.
Why is she sending us this shit?
We were supposed to make 2022 the year of good snacks. We were trying to turn over a new leaf, not eat horrible stuff. Maybe she bought this all before she heard that episode, because I'm assuming...
That's probably it.
I'm assuming she was listening very closely and taking what we said to heart.
I think she gets some kind of perverse pleasure out of listening to us eat this garbage.
Well, fuck you, Becky. I think it's delicious. That's not true.
All right, Geiger, tell us what you really think of it, because you're up first.
Yeah. I will be honest. I don't mind this.
Be honest.
But I'm going to be straight with you guys. This is not that great or bad. It's an indifferent to that for me. I don't mind coconut. I don't even mind pieces of coconut. I don't even mind them shoved into this fruit loaf. The guava, to me, though, is barely there. Like, all you taste is coconut when I eat this, at least. There's a little bit of, like, tang of a different kind of fruit. But this is basically like a pressed coconut bar, which is fine. I have no issue with it. I think... Am I allergic to coconut? I'm going to find out soon. But...
We've eaten a ton of coconut stuff. How are you just now finding out?
Yeah, we've eaten a bunch of almond shit, too. I don't know.
You've never commented on having an allergic reaction to coconut before.
Well, maybe I'm not then. We'll find it. We'll give it a ride. If I pass out...
Are you allergic to guava?
Oh, fuck! I just fall over.
Well, I'm super allergic to boiled peanuts, so I'm going to have to bow out on that one.
You have a specific boiled peanut allergy. It's okay. It's indifferent to that. I would never really seek it out, but it's like if this is all it was there for like a quick like energy pick me up, I don't think it's that bad.
I do think it's that bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm alone on this, but...
It's not look, I don't love coconut, but it's not the coconut that's making it really bad. It's whatever that other taste is, and I don't know if that's guava or not. I couldn't tell you if it was, but it's another bad fruitish type of taste. The coconut to me is a little bit with the texture, and it does smell coconutty. It just doesn't taste good. The texture is not great. I have nothing really positive to say about it. I'm going to give it a dislike dat. So, Chad, what do you think?
I actually don't mind the guava flavor. It's the coconut that is the problem here. If this was an all guava bar, maybe it'd be able to squeeze out an indifferent to dat for me. I don't know. The consistency and texture of this thing from top to bottom is completely fucked, and it's what really ruins it. Like even the guava itself, the consistency is a little weird, but then you get that like flaky coconut that just makes it sort of like weird, chewy, squishy, and it just doesn't work. The combination just doesn't work between these two. So even though the flavor actually is not really that terrible, the consistency is enough for me. I'm going to give it a hate dat.
Wow. All right. An indifferent, a dislike, and a hate. Low score to start. Let's go next to the Tropic Max Plantain Croutons.
I do like plantains.
I do question how this is a snack. Croutons, like I don't ever just reach into a bag of croutons and start eating them. But it does say exotic snacks on the front, so I guess we give her.
It is. They are not crouton size. Like in the croutons, the way that we think of, they're much smaller.
Yeah, I don't think they're like meant to be sprinkled on a salad, right?
I don't know. I mean, what technically? I mean, that's the only way I eat croutons, but I don't know. Maybe
maybe they're just called croutons. That's just the name of it or something.
Yeah, I don't know what a crouton implies. Does it just imply like a small bready thing? What's in this, Geiger? We just have a plastic bag.
So the bag suggests you can enjoy these on salads, soups, ceviches, and for snacking. Ingredients are selected fresh plantains, palm oil, and sea salt. That is it. And these are actually from Ecuador, I think.
They're very crunchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're healthy, I think.
Chad, you're going to go first. What do you think of these?
I like unlike the last snack, I actually really like this texture and consistency here. It has a really good crunch. They're kind of fun to eat. It's a nice, convenient, poppable size. I would never put this on a salad, especially not over like a regular crouton. To me, the flavor's not great. I do love plantains, but I don't really taste the plantain here at all. I think there should be a stronger plantain. I think they need more salt, actually, is what it is. Because they are just very bland. And maybe a little more salt would bring out that plantain flavor a little bit more. Just kind of make them a little more addictive in a good way. So these are kind of a failure for me, but they're not that offensive. I am going to give them an indifferent to that.
You hit it on the head. They could be good if they put some kind of seasoning. Look, if salt's not what would maybe fit a plantain best, then there's some other seasoning that would be good with it. That would be fine. But they need something, even if they were a little spicy or something like that. But they're just very plain tasting. I think they could work on some salads, on a certain type of salad, because the crunch is nice. I'm gonna agree and give it an indifferent to that. Two indifferents. Geiger, do we have a lazy electioneer?
Yeah, no. They do not give a fuck about winning this election. They're just doing this for, I don't know, community service or something. That's probably not a community service sentence, right? Go hand out election pamphlets.
Only one way to find out.
These are just the definition of the plainest of plain snacks. I don't mind the plantain flavor. I think it's good. I'm with Chad. They're kind of like crunchy, but sort of chewy too. I don't know if that makes sense. Like crunchy on the outside, but a little chewy on the inside. I like all that. I would put these on salad. I have no problem with that. But
what salad are you putting them on? Like a Caesar? Put them on Cobb.
A salad that has some kind of other fruit in it.
Cobb, yeah, a fruit salad, or even just like spinach or.
Well, I think fruits. When you think fruit salad, do you think mostly like just almost completely fruit?
Yeah, combined fruit.
I mean, like a salad that has strawberries or like something else, some fruit on it, so that the plantain would seem to fit.
Right. A plantain salad. Yeah, they blend in.
Tossed.
But no, it needs more. It needs more salt. So tuna salad, a tuna salad sandwich from George's Zoo. But so it's an indifferent. They just need to be a little saltier.
They could go on any given salad as long as that salad was paired with the correct root beer.
Correct.
I will say about so George's Zoo has a chicken salad that my mom loves. And one time I went over to my mom's place and she was like, I got this chicken salad from George's Zoo. She's like, you gotta try it. It's the best chicken salad I've ever had. And like, I ate it and I'm like, this is like every other fucking chicken salad I've ever had in my entire life. There's nothing special about this.
Did she have root beer?
That was the problem, was why I had no root beer paired with the chicken salad. So yeah, I think that's why.
All right, so lazy electioneer, and the winner this week will be these croutons. But we will get to the All right, so it's been about a year since I have scoured the internet to look for people who are looking for love. It's been a full year, and when people go looking for love, they go to Craigslist. Right, and they post.
They sure do.
I hope they do. Yeah. I really hope they do. Don't actually go to like another person or anything like that.
eHarmony or anything.
Just
like
go to
that.
Craigslist so we can have material for the pod.
Right. You find the root beer that pairs with Craigslist, and then you load it up.
Who still uses Craigslist at all? Like, I'm amazed Craigslist is still viable.
I'll give away stuff on it sometimes.
Okay.
You know, like free stuff to give away. But that's about it.
Like a half-eaten can of boiled peanuts.
A lot of people are looking for love.
Yeah. Right.
All right. On the misconnection site. So I've found 7 misconnections, and you're going to tell me whether these people there could possibly be romance or there's going to be no chance.
Yes.
All right. So it's tough out there,
right?
You know, for a single crowd.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we're gonna start kind of basic here. These are pulled from different cities, but I'll just take it word for word from the site. The first one's titled "Not Jeff." It says, okay. I asked if you were Jeff near Plein Air. I don't know what Plein Air is. You were not, but maybe we should have talked more. That was it.
That's it. Right?
How is plein air spelled? Like
PLIEN space AIR. I don't know what that is. I think maybe it's a store of some kind. I forget what city this one was from, but they were not Jeff.
Right.
So Geiger, do you think there's a chance for romance?
Do I think there's a chance someone A uses Craigslist, B is not Jeff, C
it's maybe not the most memorable encounter.
Yeah, remembers that someone said, "Hey, you Jeff." Like if you said that, like, "Hey, you Jeff," I'd be like, "No," and kept walking and would never remember it again. So I'm gonna say there is no chance for romance, just on the basis also that it sounds like they had zero interaction. Like there's nothing like he probably doesn't even remember what this person looks like.
I love that it's titled "Not Jeff."
Not Jeff. Hey, not Jeff. Remember that when you weren't Jeff?
Chad.
So she's trying to reconnect with Jeff or with the person who she thought was Jeff?
Who she thought was Jeff. Maybe she can't get with the real Jeff she knows. She wants to find his doppelganger.
Maybe she can't get with a Jeff.
Well, there are a lot of people named Jeff in the world and a lot of people not named Jeff. So I feel like...
I would say a lot more people not named Jeff.
Probably more people not named Jeff. I feel like if you just went up to everyone that you saw and asked them if they were Jeff, like one of them who was not a Jeff would probably think that was a pretty cool thing to do and remember it. So just on the basis that there is that universe where that could happen, I'm going to say there's a chance for romance here.
All right.
I think that was a pretty cool thing to do, to ask if I'm Jeff.
Somewhere in the multiverse, these people hooked up.
Because somebody would be like, "Oh, are you just asking everybody if they're Jeff? That's very interesting."
Like Doctor Strange is holding up one finger to Tony Stark. Like they cut to like a Walmart somewhere in fucking Utah. Are you Jeff? And like Tony Stark like grabs the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
All right, the next one. Next one's called "Just Want Your Time, Expenses Paid." Successful healthcare professional looking for friends to hang out with and enjoy fun activities. All expenses paid. All right, that's the entire thing. So this guy, right, he's a successful healthcare professional. So that might mean doctor. It wouldn't mean doctor, right? Or else they wouldn't phrase it that way. Probably, right? It's some healthcare adjacent field. And looking for friends to hang out, and they will pay for everything that you do.
Wow.
Right? So that's a decently lucrative offer. Do you think... Chad, do you think this might end with romance?
This person's going to end up just paying for a lot of people to have lunches with people not named Jeff. Probably what's going to happen here. Whew, boy. I mean, that's going to attract a lot of attention, right? Because, like, you know, somebody's willing to, like, pay for everything that you do.
Attention on Craigslist. There's hordes of people storming the castle here.
I think so. I think that, you know, the offer of like, hey, I'll pay for it. Just come, like, make me not lonely or whatever. Some people would probably be down for that. And then eventually you're going to find someone from there that also, you know, is willing to suck you off at the end of the night as a thank you. So, yeah, I think that's...
That's what I meant by romance.
Remember at the end of Sleepless in Seattle where Tom Hanks just got blown? So romantic.
This segment's a little segment I like to call "Sucked Off at the End of the Night" or "No Chance."
Tom Hanks sends her the letter. He's like, "Meet me at the Empire State Building. Bring your knee pads."
She gets to the top. He's just pants down.
he had been like peeing off the side or whatever, and he just turns around and he's like, "Oh, I'm ready to go."
Odd detail. Good bit.
I think there's a chance for romance.
He was taking a piss off a skyscraper. Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm saying if your pants are already down, you might as well piss off the edge of the skyscraper.
It's smart screenwriting. Is what that is. Well, what if he was busy?
And then you could like foreshadow it, because when she's coming into the building, she sees this like, oh, like looks like a leaky leaky faucet or something is overflowing, as there's just a trickle of something coming down. She has to dodge.
Oh, it's starting to rain. It looks like.
Yeah, and then she gets to the top. Mystery solved.
Starting to dodge? How much piss does this guy have? It's a torrential downpour of urine. Can't wait to go suck this dude off.
This is Tom Hanks. It's America's bladder right there. So
That's true.
Then her head just disappears below camera, and then cue Harry Connick Jr. winking a smile, and fade out. Geiger, what do you think?
Jeff, worth your time. Jeff, want your time? Is that what it was, or just want?
Just
time?
one.
Oh, okay.
It was not Jeff wants your time.
So I'm gonna say no chance, and because I think there's something very melancholy and sad and creepy about someone so desperate for, like, if this guy could find romance. I'm not saying it's easy for everyone, but like when you have to beg people online, like strangers online, to come hang out with you with the offer of, I'll fund all of our adventures, just come hang out with me. It's a little, that's kind of got to put off bad vibes. That's putting a little,
you think?
it's kind of creepy. I don't think women or men would be that attracted to like that level of desperation.
Healthcare professional.
He's a healthcare professional. So like, or they, I should say, I don't know if they're a guy or girl. So that probably helps because they're in a stable field. Presumably, yeah. But so I guess what would you guys? So I'm gonna say no chance. What would you guys want to make this guy or gal pay for you? Like bungee jump? Would you go watch movies? You go like on an Alaskan cruise?
Pay for me to bungee jump.
That's a good $50, right?
Pay for my movie? I'm going to go hang out with this person because I can't afford the $15 to go see The Northman or whatever.
We're going to go see the Batman. Come here with me.
When you said all expenses paid, did you mean snow cabs?
Because I've got a bit of a sweet tooth.
All right, next one. This one says, it's titled Oakland Park Publix. I was in line behind you, and you were buying strawberries and whipped cream.
Oh, boy.
I said, I want to come. That's not it.
Oh, that is smooth.
Strawberries and cream, I'm gonna nut.
All right, you laughed and you were kind of embarrassed. No shit.
You laughed,
but that made it even hotter. Yum. Then the last line: you and your friends get back to me, and I'll get the whipped cream. This makes no sense because they were buying whipped cream.
Yeah, they already bought whipped cream. Do they think that like the person ate all the whipped cream already? I guess.
All right, Geiger, what do you think?
You and your friend. This guy thinks he's gonna walk up to a strange woman in a grocery store, say, "I want to come," and then says, "And also bring your friends." I'm gonna get a menage a trois here. So, did he mean I want to come? Like, I want to come over and join your party?
I assume that's the way he said it, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to come.
How is it spelled?
He spelled it C-U-M on Craigslist.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Strawberries and whipped cream, huh? I'm gonna blow some ropes all over your face. What are you doing later? I think there's a well, like she did laugh uncomfortably,
Right.
At a Publix. Boy, I will say, now this is, I'm not condoning this behavior. Let's be very clear, but that is some galactic size nuts to be in a checkout line with presumably at least the cashier in hearing distance and be like, I want to come. Like, just, that's fucking ballsy. So I'm going to say no fucking chance in hell this guy's going to get to dump his seed anywhere.
What do you think, Chad?
Yeah, this is no chance because, look, if she was interested in romance, she would have been buying the strawberries, the cream, and the knee pads all at the same time. But since she only had the strawberries and cream, I think she's probably not interested in this fucking freak show.
Now, what if he was in the aisle already pissing? And then she was just...
he's just peeing on the cashier conveyor belt just to see, like, hey, can I pee long enough for the pee stream to like loop around on the conveyor belt?
What?
Wow. Jesus. How? All right. Between this and the Hank story, I'm very curious how long your pisses take. You need to stop holding it in all day.
All right. Next one's called gluten-free Oreos.
Oh.
We tried those.
Yeah. It says, you are the pretty girl who was checking out at the self-service cashier at Rock Ridge Safeway with your family, where we chatted all too briefly about how amazing gluten-free Oreos are. I'd love to delve further into the time machine of flavor that are G-free Oreos, and maybe do a taste test over coffee, parentheses, Glutino versus GF JoJo's versus G-free Oreos. Although the Oreos will obviously be the clear winner.
Obviously.
That's a little snack-related one.
I want to come.
Mm-hmm.
You were buying Oreos. I told you I wanted to come. It's the same
guy. You were trying to buy a house. I kept walking up and told you I wanted to come.
You were buying gluten-free Oreos. I threw a handful of flour in your face and told you forgot something.
All right, Chad, what do you think?
You know, actually, I feel like there's some, like, there's maybe like a community there, right? Like you have this bond of like, oh, another like gluten-free person, like we have that in common. And so maybe there's some groundwork there that you can kind of build something off of. And honestly, I would like to do, if it wasn't the gluten-free, it was the regular, I'd like to sit down with somebody who was interested in doing it and do a taste test of like JoJo's versus Oreos versus whatever the fuck the other one you said was. You know, and just sort of like do that. That sounds like a fun night, actually. So I think there's some chance for romance here.
Yeah, it sounds like this could have been written by one of us. This is all we know, so we just like hit on people by saying, "Let's rate 3 snacks together."
Yeah, I was gonna say this.
You want to try some boiled peanuts?
These guys gotta fuck off. We already have this corner covered.
What do you think, Geiger?
Yeah, I'm with Chad. I mean, I feel like this is something that presuming anyone reads misconnections on Craigslist, I would maybe actually remember that. Like, oh yeah, I was at that store and we talked about gluten-free Oreos. Now he's maybe going a bit overboard trying to make it this big production and like, but it's a clever idea at least to make it kind of low key and like, again, trying to bond with the one interest she knows she has in that she can't eat gluten. I guess it's not an interest; it's an affliction. But yeah, I think she might let him come on her. I mean, go on a date. Sorry,
at the end of the night.
Yeah. I think that's I think it's a reasonably clever and yet non-threatening way to ask someone out. Again, except doing it on Craigslist. But I mean, I think it might work out.
Next one says, "Searching for a woman who will let me dine at her Y."
Ooh, for local YMCA.
Yeah.
Yep,
it's fun to eat at the Y. And then the song just ends.
All right. If you're wondering if they're talking about YMCA, the first sentence is going to clear it up for you.
By Y, I mean vagina.
The first sentence.
Yeah, I hope you have full bush.
I mean the landscaping at the Y. All right. The first sentence is, do you enjoy having a guy go down on you?
Like down to the local Y?
Do you also like receiving flowers? If so...
Okay, so he's romantic.
Buried the lead there.
I take it all back.
If so, please contact me. I have an offer that you'll love. I don't know what the fuck his plan is.
What do you mean you don't know what? He's going to show up with some roses and try to munch box.
Yeah, it's a pretty clear plan. This guy is at least being upfront about his intentions.
An offer. It's an offer.
It's going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Flowers and a dental dam.
He's going to give her a bunch of tulips and then use his tulips on her tulips.
All right, Geiger, you're up. What do you think?
I want to understand the order of operations here. Like, is he gonna eat her out and then present the flowers? That seems out of order. You think that's like, milady, and he gives her the roses, and then he's like, and drop it the trow. Like, then you do it after. And then you munch the box. But
maybe he's going to spread the flowers all over the ground to make it softer because he doesn't own any knee pads. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Where are you getting oral sex? In like gravel? Like,
The fucking knee pads.
I've never once got a blowjob from someone wearing like fucking protection.
You need to have more sex in like ancient medieval castles or something.
Yeah. You keep getting fucking blown by Tony Hawk or something.
Yeah, I don't look. There might be some ladies that like getting flowers. There's also maybe some ladies that like getting eaten out. In fact, I'm sure there's a lot of them.
There's some crossover there too, probably.
Yeah,
there's an overlap in that Venn diagram, right?
What I don't think there's a Venn diagram of women looking for strangers on Craigslist to come do both. So, but you know what? He is at least being a gentleman. He's bringing flowers. That's a sign of at least a sort of like a polite gentleman. Because once you give them flowers, you can say any depraved things to them you want. Everyone knows that.
Plus, he's a giving person, right? He's not asking even to get blown.
Oh, I'm sure he has no intention of anything happening to his penis at all. He's just going to come over, eat her out, and then be like, "Milady," and walk out the door.
He's gentleman enough not to mention it on Craigslist.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you for dinner.
Thank you for dinner. So you know what? What a tasty meal. Shut up, Jeff.
Now, excuse me if I go eat some snow caps, and he pops in as he walks out the door.
This was funded by my friend.
And gluten-free, too.
I'll say there's a chance. There's maybe some lady who just wants some action on Craigslist, and at least he's being
romance.
Polite. Yeah, romance.
All right, Chad.
The problem I think that this fine fellow is overlooking is he's got the conflicting terms here in the post, right? Like the subject line of the post is all very innocent and so on. But then it, like the post itself is like dirty as fuck, right? And so you have somebody that's like, you're scrolling through the list of subjects, and like you only see, like, I'm saying his subjects should have been like more explicit about like, I want to eat you out or something. If he wants the people that, because otherwise the people that click on it are going to be like a little turned off, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You thought his line was subtle? I want to go
He
eat
said
at the
dine.
Y. I think they know what
I want to
they fucking
dine
mean.
at her Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's YMCA. I mean, we talked about this already. So no chance here.
Yeah, when you say I want to dine on you, it makes you sound like fucking Hannibal Lecter. All right, two more. This one's called "God Bless This U.S. of A."
Oh boy.
All right.
True patriot.
Yeah, I already love this person.
To the man in the borderline offensive bald eagle button-up.
Why is that offensive? He's got a shirt with a bald eagle on it. Who gives a fuck?
A button-up, too.
A button.
Yeah.
It's a nice shirt. It's classy.
There's a little word bubble where the eagle is saying, I want to come.
E pluribus cum.
Eagle's like, want to dine at your Y, brah.
You asked me for just a yerba mate tea, and I hoped you would have asked for more. You approached in the wolf shirt, and I was hooked.
I hope it's a 3 Wolf Moon shirt. Wow. I really hope so.
But when you turned around and I saw the bald eagle, I knew we were twin flames destined to burn into the night. That's the whole thing. So he had a wolf shirt and a bald eagle button. I don't know. It was unbuttoned or what?
Yeah, right. 3 Wolf Moon t-shirt. And then unbuttoned with a bald eagle on the back that is apparently borderline offensive because, like, what the bald eagle's hog was hanging out or something like that. Like, what?
You had a tumescent eagle on your shirt.
The eagle's rock hard, but it's blurred out, so it's only borderline offensive.
There is a 100% chance this woman was in a gas station in Wisconsin when this happened.
But she was also wearing an eagle shirt, or how are they? Or
it doesn't say what she was wearing. It says you asked me for a tea, so it sounds like she worked at this place.
Yeah.
Right. So, what do you think, Chad?
Wow, just what a because usually I feel like those yerba mate teas are more of like a hippy dippy kind of.
I was just thinking that same thing.
Yeah, that's like not something that like this guy should have been coming in there getting a Miller Lite or something. It's not like a
well, like howdy, cowboy. Give me a yerba tea.
Maybe. She doesn't see many guys like him come in. And so she might have just really taken to that.
Yeah. And he's like, hand me a kombucha.
I want to kombucha.
Oh, boy.
I want to come at you. What'd you say? A kombucha!
I want to dine at the Y. Are you wearing that t-shirt?
I want to fuck you. What? Yerba tea. So, based on this wardrobe, this actually does sound like someone who would try to piss off the top of the Empire State Building, by the way. Boy. Well, yeah, I mean, there can't be that many people wearing that specific of a clothing combination, but that seems like the type of person where maybe, like, if they were interested, they would have stuck around a little more and maybe, like, brought up a conversation. You know, I don't know. Maybe they were in a hurry, but I feel like they were just, they just wanted their tea and wanted to hit the road. So I'm probably going to say no chance here for this one.
Geiger?
This sounds like a real Mad Lib of a meet cute. Of like wolf shirt, eagle shirt, yerba tea. I don't know how this all got put together.
I feel like if this guy found a woman who's interested in him.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. This could be it.
The one person on the planet that likes this t-shirt combination. Either of those shirts solo, you're already setting yourself up for failure when you put them together.
Freedom isn't free. Now get me my fucking yerba tea. I think there's a chance. Look, she also sounds very poetic and inspired, like twin flames in the night. Like that sounds like a passionate person.
Absolutely.
And I think someone who wears a wolf t-shirt and an bald eagle t-shirt is passionate about something. I don't know what it may be. Bad clothes, maybe it's America. We don't know yet. But it sounds like he would have strong opinions, and I think there's a chance there. I think that there could be some romance.
It's such a weird, like that. He has these clothes. He's ordering tea. Yeah. It's like there's a chance that this is like a new Sacha Baron Cohen movie or something like.
Oh, this yerba tea's for my wife. Oh, it's that guy.
All right, the last one.
All right, here we go.
The last one is titled "You Flashed Me at Kroger."
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Lots of grocery store action these days. Huh?
Yeah.
All the fucking creeps are.
A few weeks ago, you flashed me in the produce section.
A few weeks ago. I've been stewing on this one for a while.
Can't get over it.
I was on a mission that day and did not react properly to your very odd self. I was with my husband.
Oh boy! Whoa!
Here we go.
Would like a second chance.
Hold on. So someone flashed their dick then, or is this?
I guess.
Well, or I guess it could be a lady flashing her boobs at a lady.
I was on a mission. I really needed to find the yerba tea.
I like how the main reason she didn't act on it was she was on a mission, not because she was with her husband.
Right. Did not react properly. So she was interested. So it wasn't like, get away from me, you sick fuck. It was, I gotta go. Look, nice dick, but I'm pretty busy.
Sorry, I gotta make a lasagna.
She must, if she was with her husband, she must have reacted with like she was disgusted, but she's saying that wasn't proper because she wasn't really disgusted, right? She was really like, she really wanted to just like open up her purse, pull out her knee pads, and start going to town. right there in a Kroger.
I didn't have the proper reaction because the knee pads were in aisle 6 and you were in the produce section.
So, Geiger, what do you think?
Who the fuck are these ballsy ass dudes at these grocery stores whipping his dick out at a married woman? And it works? It works.
That's never worked for me.
I've gotten arrested 8 times. I am no longer allowed at Albertsons, at Publix, Jewel.
Look, there's wanted poster pictures of my dick all over town, and I haven't gotten Craigslist message in one yet.
The only place I'm allowed to get groceries is Georgia Zoo. Well, free to let my hog fly.
What root beer pairs with a Y?
I also like, as Chad said, this is weeks ago. For the last several months, I've been thinking about your dangling wiener in the middle of the produce section.
Fucking George R. Martin writing speed over here with this lady.
I had to extricate from my husband for 5 minutes so I could say I liked the 30 seconds I got of your fucking glands. I guess
30 seconds. Jesus Christ!
Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty long. Just holding it, staring at her.
Longest fucking Kroger flash in recorded history.
I don't think that's Flash anymore.
No. Just standing with his coat open for half a minute. Look, there's a 100% chance for romance here. Because you know he's down because he showed you his dick, or maybe he or her boobs. It could be a lesbian, but or bi or whatever. But maybe maybe the thrill is just showing the stuff and not actually doing it. But I would assume that they're probably into it, and she is too, clearly. So, or again, maybe he is. Maybe it was a homosexual guy. So I don't know. Either one. I think if they're reading, they're probably thrilled that it worked. The first time in the last 500 arrests it worked. I think there's a 100% chance for this romance.
All right, romance, Chad.
Wow. No. Look.
Come on.
Knee pads.
Jesus Christ. No, look, when these people do it, they actually don't want the reaction of the person to like it, right? Like they get off on the... I think that they get off on the person being grossed out or being embarrassed or whatever, right? Like that's the whole fucking reason these assholes do it. So this person, if the Flash is reading this, he's gonna be like, "Motherfucker, I messed up. I flashed the wrong woman, or whatever. I should have flashed the other chick." So yeah, I think there's no
common flasher problems. They flashed the wrong person.
I should have flashed the other chick. That's what Flashers always say. They always say that.
Miscalculated the Flash.
I already had his dick out though, so it's perfect.
Yeah, if
perfect
you're doing
plan.
it for 30 seconds at a time, you're probably flashing several women at the same time.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true. It's more of a shotgun approach. Just.
All right. We've avoided it as long as we can. we got to time to eat the peanuts. So we did magically pause the podcast, and we heated these up.
Magically pause. Wow, you just pulled the curtain back on that trick right away. Look, it's magic. We paused.
So we all microwaved them.
I magically hit the cook time button.
Yeah. They smell like shit.
They look like watery shit.
I don't want to eat these. I would rather eat the bugs. I would honestly rather eat bugs than these boiled peanuts. They're really fucking gross looking.
It looks like the foamy shit you have from a liquidy shit.
What?
Water.
What is foamy about these peanuts?
When it was boiling up. Not the peanuts.
First of
I'm just
all,
saying the liquid.
What's foamy about these peanuts? Second of all, what's foamy about your shits?
I eat a lot of foam.
Let's not talk about shit before we eat this. Let's talk
Okay.
about shit a different time. Did yours have a bunch of yours have like a bunch of like pubes sticking off of them?
Let's not talk about shit. Let's talk about pubes.
Come on, guys. This is getting gross. Hey, anyway, how much pubic hair's on yours?
But yeah, I got a couple pubes on mine. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some pubes.
Okay,
Couple pubes here. Just sprouting it.
How am I supposed to slurp them down? Tell me the instructions.
All right, I'm going to read the directions because I have to try at least one with the way that they're supposed to be done.
This is the way.
Pinch the peanut at the seam.
Oh, yeah.
Take a peanut, pinch it, slurp the brine.
Oh,
No,
that's salty. No.
no.
So wet.
Crack the shell and wiggle the legume loose.
Oh,
They're gross looking and wet.
Oh, it's like eating a green bean. Oh, the brine. The brine. Oh,
I'm having a second one.
me too. People eat these like on purpose.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna make me gag.
Do it.
You gotta eat a second one.
Oh. So like the part of it when you unshell a peanut and they have the thin brown layer that's on the part that you eat that you still sometimes end up eating, that part has become like a very wet thing and you can peel it away from the peanut.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't think like a wet peanut would be that bad.
You'd be wrong.
But yeah, it's not just wet. I suppose it's the brine.
Oh,
Whew, you're going at them, Geiger.
yeah. I'm wondering if I'm missing something, and the answer's nah. No, I'm not.
What am I missing?
What am I missing? No.
I was behind you in line. You were buying boiled peanuts. I said, I don't want to come for the rest of my life. You have ruined all future boners for me.
All right. Let's not split any. Let's not mince words.
Let's
not
not.
split
Let's
it.
not.
Go ahead. You can do it.
I'm sure we're gonna say the same thing.
I know.
Let's
take
not
it.
split any peanut pubes.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
All right. These things look, taste, and smell like a wet turd.
Oh, now we can talk about poop.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we're okay now.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Now
you,
we're
sir.
good.
Yeah, like a nice frothy, foamy shit.
It's the froth. That's really
It's like a poop latte.
I would love these if they weren't so frothy.
Oh,
I would rather go out. I would rather take the flasher out, all expenses paid, than eat the rest of this bowl of peanuts.
Mm-hmm,
I couldn't get through this. Like, I had a really hard time. This would be like a fear factor thing for me. I don't know what is so fucking gross about these to me, but they're really, really gross.
But you like peanuts.
I do like peanuts. Yeah.
So give them a like that.
you like potato chips? Now just soak them in bath water. Take a bite.
I like chocolate cake, so I eat my chocolate cake straight out of the tub when I'm in
I
it.
wonder if you did this to a Reese's cup, like the same process for of this peanut to a Reese's cup, if it would still be edible.
It would just like dissolve, right? Like it wouldn't hold its structure. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never boiled a Reese's cup before.
Uh,
How many did you eat, Novak?
I ate I ate a full inside, which was 2
nuts.
Yeah, 2 nuts. What did you guys eat?
3 peanuts.
2 full insides, so like 4
Okay.
nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't need to eat that to find out that this is a very clear hate dat for me. It's, to me, right up there with some of the worst things we've ever eaten. The only thing that maybe stands out, like way back to 150 episodes ago, those olives that we had, like this is up there with the top couple of worst things for me that we've ever had. So I'm gonna give him a hate dat. Geiger, what do you think?
The only thing we've ever eaten on this podcast, or that I've ever eaten, is that I still think the pot of meat is grosser. However, oh my god, are these bad? They're like Novak hit on the head where, like, aesthetically they just look awful. It's like wet peanuts in like this cloudy brown juice. You suck in the brine and it's just pure salt water. And then you go to bite the peanut and it's got the consistency of like a canned green bean. It's just mushy and like mushes around in your mouth, all mushy like. I would rather eat at the Y every night than eat these fucking things.
What's wrong with eating at the Y? That sounds great.
Well, you'd be hungry. You're not actually getting
Oh,
nutrients.
that's my only dinner is veg A?
Yeah.
Okay.
Veg A or boiled pea. This is, like literally when we say this is going to be a flaming bag of dog shit, this is one of the few snacks that looks like a bag of dog shit. Like literally looks like dog shit. Becky, I fucking hate you right now. This is disgusting. I don't know how, because she's right. I've heard of these things being a thing in the South, and we'll get to the social medias in a second, but I'm serious. If you are from the South or you're listening somehow, or you've had these and you enjoy them, please let us know why. I'm very confused.
Well, maybe there's like a better preparation of it, right? Like this just happens to be a particularly...
A can that's been on the shelf for months.
Yeah, right. Like maybe there's some like homemade boiled peanuts that are just, at like the local diner or something that are just the best thing.
I was boiling up some peanuts in the backyard in a still.
Yeah, if you ate like there's certain canned vegetables and things that you could get that would be much worse versions.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got 2 hates, and approaching a flaming bag of dog shit. So Chad, you approached in the wolf shirt, and we were hooked. What do you think?
Okay, I will say this, and maybe it's just because peanuts in general like are one of my favorite things, but the actual flavor of the peanut itself wasn't as bad, I think, for me as maybe it was for you guys. Because they do still taste like peanuts, right? Like deep down, there's still peanut there.
Deep down, I know.
I mean, they didn't transform into a different thing. That's not what we expected.
For me, just with this whole dish, I just feel like Agent Smith. The problem, it's the smell. The smell here, it's so fucking vile, and there is some like really high level, like the salt is off the charts on this fucking thing, to the point where I have drank like probably at least half a cup of tea since I ate this, and I cannot get this salt taste out of like the back of my mouth. Like it is just like sitting there. Maybe that's my fault for going back for a second one. The reason I went back for a second one was because I accidentally like spilled the brine out of the first one. Like, so I didn't actually get any brine. So I'm like, I should try to go back and like really suck the brine out like they said. And that was awful. Truly a horrible experience. So I'm not going to put this up there on like the worst of the worst. I don't think this would be on my Mount Shipmore if we ranked like all the worst snacks we've ever eaten. There's a bunch I can think of that I like less than this, but This one is very bad, and I'm giving it a hate dat.
All right, 3 hate dats. It's a flaming bag of dog shit. If you're on a date, it was going really well, but the date then left, okay, and then soaked in the brine in a bathtub for a half hour, would you still want to eat it or why?
Yeah.
Part her legs, slurp out the brine.
Oh no.
Okay,
No?
when you put it that way.
There's the instructions.
When you put it that way, we just lost all our subscribers. All right, Geiger. So Schmeeds.
Yeah.
When you put it that way, don't mind if I don't.
All right. Well, if you're George from the famous George's Zoo, I'm dead serious.
Or George from the famous R.R. Martin. One of the two.
Or George of the famous Jungle. I'm serious. If you really do enjoy boiled peanuts, I'd like to know why. I don't necessarily know. Chad's not wrong in that the taste is probably less problematic than like the form factor, but
They're very hard to eat. Yeah, like
yeah.
You're not gonna like have these at a ball game or like I don't know.
Peanuts, get a steaming vat of peanuts. Spill all over your lap.
Wet peanuts over here. Who wants some?
Already been chewed cotton candy. You can reach us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We are also on YouTube, Instagram. We're on Facebook with a You Tried Dat group, and we are on Twitter, #YouTriedThat. Let us know what you think of the snacks we've tried, what your ratings would be. Suggest snacks, ask questions for the mailbag. If you are enjoying the podcast, we'd love it if you would leave us a review or some stars, whatever your podcasting format allows for. And also, tell your family and friends so you can listen to us talk about whys.
Just send us an email saying, I'm listening. That's all I'm asking.
We just want to know, are you out there?
Hot dogs, popcorn, wet bag of turds. Who wants one?
Get your peanuts in bathwater here.
We got some nice sloppy peanuts. Who wants a sloppy frothing peanut?
All right. So before we go, you guys both, I want to hear both of your lines for it. You have to. You're in a grocery store line. You see strawberries and whipped cream.
Right.
I want to hear how you. I'm forcing you to go in and say, "I want to come." All right, but
I can't use an alternate pickup line. I have to say that.
What's the way you could phrase it that it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like you're less of a perv?
What?
So the correct answer is not right before whatever you say.
I'm about to ejaculate. No? So wait, like I have to say it like
you can't add words to it. Like, is there an inflection? Okay. Is there an inflection that makes it sound like you shouldn't be arrested?
I think so. I'll accept this challenge. Here we go.
Okay, go for it.
I want to come.
You're gonna change your voice?
I get that nobody wants to see that particular guy come, right? But
what if you went all the other way and you were like zany, like, "Hey, I want to come!" Like it's kind of goofy then. It's like a disarming.
Maybe if you had like some super deep, like bass voice, like one of those.
That's not gonna help.
Morgan Freeman or like those kind of like or like
I want to come.
But not like that though. You'd just be like, "Oh, I want to." I can't do it.
What the
That's
fuck
how
was
Morgan
that?
Freeman talks? Did he have a stroke? That's fucking Edgar from Men in Black. Oh, come. Oh. If you were a healthcare professional, maybe you want to come to your place of work and get some treatment.
I told the warden I wanted to come.
I think that you guys keep putting the inflection on the word come.
I want to come.
I think it has to be I. I think you have to say, I want to come.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
That's what
saying?
I was trying to
to
do.
say?
That's what I was trying to do, but
Right. Or the I want to come.
What if I did this? I want to come. Would that work?
Over to your place and share that.
You just walk up like grabbing your crotch. Want to come over and sometime and have dinner.
I'll put the inflection in the middle then and be like, I wanna come, but I can't. I'm physically incapable.
What if I'm standing in the middle of the produce section with my dick out and I yell, I want to come, like across the section? Do you think they think I meant like just hang out?
What if I'm pissing off the Empire State Building and I just yell, I want to come?
When the policeman says, why are you pissing off the side of the, you're like, well, I want to come. But all I had was piss.
All right.
All you wanted is cum? Well, all you're getting is piss.
Let's end it with an inside joke. All right. That'll do it for this time. We'll be back next time. We're trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.
It's you.
It's me.
I saw you in the street.
Are you Annie? Yes.
You're Annie?
What?
I gotta pay.